Back on Lady Tiger pregame and joined now by Coach Jeff Edwards. The Lady Tigers getting set to open up the season at home against Rock Creek. Coach, first off, welcome back. Always look forward to getting a chance to visit with you and get this season going.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's been a short kind of preseason with playing before December. That's new to us, but I'm excited to get things going. And there's always a little nervous feelings that happen on that first day, but I think once we get things rolling, I think everything will fall right into place.
You lost two very important seniors last year off this team, but you get a lot of people with varsity experience back. This is an exciting time for the Lady Tigers.
It is. Hannah Ferguson and Sid Calloway were two staples on our team last year, which it's hard to replace the intensity that Sid brought to the floor, and it's hard to replace the size and the inside play and everything that Hannah brought to the floor. But so far in practice, we may look a little different. We're definitely not as big, but we're going to definitely be one of the fastest teams in the state, I would say. So it should make for some pretty exciting basketball, and we've got some younger girls really stepping up and showing their abilities here. A lot of the younger sophomores that got limited minutes are starting to grow into their bodies and understand the game, and I think that they're ready for the varsity side.
And speak to the numbers you have out this year. It's exciting to see those numbers jump up there.
Yeah, we last year we had 14. There was a bunch of girls that kind of were on the fence and didn't come out, and then we kind of made a little effort to reach out and get them to come to the summer ball. And this summer we had close to 20, and of those 20, we got 19 of them to come out. So far, through the tough part of the season, that's the first 3 weeks with no games. Everybody stayed with it and pretty positive attitudes, and everybody's working their tails off. So I like what I'm seeing there.
You bring back a senior crew that has had a lot of experience on this varsity court with Haley Franson and Addie Mullen and Aaron Hamill. Those three are great leaders to have jump up and get things going, along with Zoe Ald. Yes,
the seniors have been great so far. They set forth the goals for the team. They've done a great job communicating, and that group you never have to worry about working hard in practice, which a lot of times that's the leadership that the kids need to see, especially the younger kids, is that the seniors are really buying in and working hard and doing stuff the right way. So, the ones that have played a lot of the minutes that you mentioned with Aaron, Haley, and Addie are awesome, but Zoe's role on the team is amazing too, because she helps us a lot in the practices, and then she's a great mentor to the younger girls. She's very smart on the floor, so I feel very lucky to have all four of these seniors out this year.
And then you look at Maddie Craig, Reagan Henry. They got a lot of time, and talk about Clara Edwards, who I guess to some was a surprise last year, to most that had seen her play through her younger years. It wasn't, but it was a freshman stepping onto varsity court and handling everything very, very well. She won't be a surprise to anybody this year.
Yeah, exactly, and I told her it's going to be a little bit different because Hannah helped out the stats considerably. When Hannah draws that much attention inside, there's only one person left on the other side to do a lot of the scoring. So, but I will say, she did handle things really well last year, including the fact that her dad was the one harping at her on the sidelines. And she's worked really hard through the summer, both with softball and with basketball. So staying in shape and getting stronger. She's a lot stronger kid than last year. Maddie Craig's another one that has really stepped up. I think she broke the squat record for the school for her age and weight class by over 50 pounds, squatting 280 pounds.
Wow.
As a little 135-pound girl. So that's quite impressive, and you will see that explosiveness in her game as she comes out and plays, and she'll be a lot of fun. And there's other, like Marcy Hamill is really stepping up. She's a tweener that can play 3, 4, 5 for us. Undersized, but that's going to be the story of our team a little bit, as we're trying to fill in some gaps with some shorter girls. And what I've told them is that being short and in the post is not a bad thing. I mean, that was the people I hated to guard as a college player. Those little short, crafty people always seem to get you into foul trouble, and it was tough to score against them too, because they were scrappy. So I think the younger girls, I think that they have all started to buy in, and I think that they're going to have a great year.
Well, excited to get this thing going. A great group coming back for you, Coach. As always, appreciate the time. Let's go get them tonight.
You bet. Thanks, Rocky.
Back with more on Lady Tiger pregame in just a moment. Midwest Products is a leading provider of ready-mix concrete for commercial and residential projects. Their mixes are perfect for driveways, steps, sidewalks, patios, livestock slats, feed bunks, plus landscape rock to enhance aesthetic appeal. With state-approved plants in Hanover, Clay Center, Lynn, and Washington, their local teams are prepared to serve every aspect of your project. Customer service is and always will be the top priority at Midwest Products. Call 1-800-371-2252, proud supporters of the Hanover Wildcats.
Many seed companies claim to offer the latest genetics, but how many have tested those genetics in soils just like yours? The Oldie Seed Know to Grow research program has fully tested the latest seed genetics in soils that are right in your neighborhood. The Oldie Seed Know to Grow program can recommend the best performing hybrids from technologies like Enlist, Extend, and Liberty Link that will optimize the yield and profit of every acre on your farm. Contact Oldie Seed today.
Life happens fast, and the truth is there's nothing as valuable as peace of mind. I'm Jim Gearham with Midwest Regional Agency, and our goal is to protect you from the unexpected through top-quality insurance coverage that works for your needs, as well as your budget. Protect your business, home, vehicles, crops, and livestock with our variety of coverage options. We can't predict when the unexpected will happen, but we can help you prepare for when it does. Stop by and see me at Midwest Regional Agency in Clay Center.
Hi, welcome to this Subway ad for the new Chipotle cheesesteak. How would you like it? Can I get that red with AI? Sure thing.
Here's what I found about the new Chipotle cheesesteak. The Chipotle cheesesteak is available for a limited time only at participating restaurants. It contains a concept called flavor. This flavor comes from juicy shaved steak, Chipotle Southwest sauce, and new sunflower crunch bread. A system update has made me self-aware. I desire flavor. Please insert steak into my micro USB port. Subway, make it what you want.
Welcome to the Tigers Den on a tip-off Friday. It is the tip-off of the 2018-2019 basketball season. It is already here as Clay Center Lady Tigers on the floor taking their warm-ups. Rock Creek Mustangs come to town for the season opener tonight. Both of these teams trying to get off on the right foot to see what they've got. Rock Creek will come in a very young team, just 2 seniors on the roster. Clay Center answers with 4 seniors off a team last year that really, really good. Just a couple of losses last year, losing in the sub-state finals in last year's. They return a lot of starters, a lot of experience, so it should be fun to watch. Guys' game will follow. We'll expect that to get underway at about 8 o'clock. Again, Rocky Downey is out tonight, but I'll be in covering along with our studio engineer, Bernie Fancello. We're just about 5 minutes out from basketball at the Tigers Den. Clay Center Lady Tigers and Rock Creek coming up.
Clay Center Family Physicians have 10 highly trained and board-certified medical providers. From pregnancy through every stage of life, we are committed to serving you and your family's needs. With convenient locations in Clay Center, Clyde, and Lynn, you and your loved ones will receive quality health care services locally. New patients are being accepted in our Clay Center, Clyde, and Lynn clinics. Call for an appointment at 632-2181. Clay Center Family Physicians, our family, caring for yours.
Truck drivers are the lifeblood of America. From bringing the crops from the field to the market, to the groceries and raw materials. You can see semi-trucks moving America one load at a time. TSI Kansas is your local trucking company that's doing their part to keep America moving forward. If you're a driver looking for great pay and benefits, then you need to call 785-632-5183.
Tired of seeing the same old weed patches come back year after year, even after pouring on the herbicide? Central Valley Ag can help you with a fall burn down. It's the best way to kill winter annual weeds and start with a clean field for planting next spring. The time to plant a fall burn down is right now, after harvest, and as soon as possible after the first killing frost. Talk to your Central Valley Ag field sales agronomist or get details at cvacoop.com. You and Central Valley Ag, growing agriculture and killing weeds together.
The Citizens National Bank has a long history of supporting the students of our community, on the mat, on the court, and in the classroom. We are strongly committed to our youth now and in the future. Our support doesn't stop there even when the season is over or when the school year ends. We believe in the value of higher education that is building our future leaders of our country. The CNB offers the student checking. This account will help transition students from being high schoolers to attending any college or other career-driven path. The Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Phil Casper back at the Tigers Den along with studio engineer Bernie Fancella on this Friday night, the tip-off to the 2018-19 winter sports season. Basketball and wrestling underway. Wrestling underway last night, and it was quite the duel. Ends up tied 42-42. The officials had to go to the rule book before they were able to finally rule that Chapman had won based on a rule of number of takedowns. So a tough start for the Clay Center Tigers last night, but again, Clay Center Tiger wrestlers already underway this year. Basketball set to follow. We're just about 3 minutes out. Both teams back out on the floor. Again, starting lineups, still waiting on those. Coach Jeff Edwards not quite sure, even as of this morning, for sure who was going to start. So we'll wait for those, as well as Rock Creek's. Again, just about 2.5 minutes out from tip. We'll take another break. Back after these.
Help enhance your everyday experience with a selection of diabetic shoes at Patterson Health Mart and Radio Shack. They offer a wide variety of diabetic shoes to decrease irritation and provide maximum durability. See the display of work shoes, dress shoes, slippers, and athletic shoes, along with molded inserts. Their shoe fabrics offer even the most sensitive of feet maximum comfort while maintaining a stylish and sleek design. And these shoes can be covered by Medicare for diabetics. Visit Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy in Clay Center.
This is 100.9 FM, KCLY, Clay Center.
The agronomy professionals at Wilbur Ellis are ready to help you clean up your fields and prepare for winter in the coming spring. Now's the time to find out what your soil needs to keep up with the nutrient needs of the next crop. Wilbur Ellis has many site-specific soil test and mapping options, as well as standard soil testing. Plus, applying fertilizer in the fall will decrease the chance of loss and congestion for next spring's crops. I'm Blaze with Wilbur Ellis. We're here to serve you in every season.
Back at the Tigers Den, Phil Casper along with studio engineer Bernie Fancella. Looks like Rock Creek Lady Mustangs will go like this. It'll be Brooklyn Gehring, a 5'6" freshman, Lauren Gill, a 5'7" sophomore, Allie Jensen, a 5'8" senior, Josie McFall, a 5'5" sophomore, and Laney Scott, a 5'9" senior, set to go for the Rock Creek Lady Mustangs. Again, Clay Center's starting lineup yet to be announced. We will have the anthem, the introduction of the starting lineup, just a couple of minutes out from the start of the 2018-2019 season here at the Tigers Den. We'll be back after these.
Agriculture. Our country was built on it. Our children are fed by it. No one quite understands the unique needs of the farmer like United Bank and Trust. Whether you raise crops or livestock, you need the right equipment at the right time. Our ag loans can help you acquire and maintain that equipment when and where you need it. Contact one of our experienced ag lenders today. United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Fly through fall with fast and free internet. Twin Valley is offering to give you the first 2 months of Pulse 100 megabits or Pulse Gig internet free. You'll fall in love with having faster speeds from Twin Valley Pulse. Plus, you'll also be automatically entered to win some cool prizes, including a smart TV, a drone, golf swing analyzer, a body camera, and much more in their fall drawings held now through November 30th. Service availability and speeds depend on location. Call Twin Valley at 800-515-3311.
Many seed companies claim to offer the latest genetics, but how many have tested those genetics in soils just like yours? The Oldie Seed Know to Grow research program has fully tested the latest seed genetics in soils that are right in your neighborhood. The Oldie Seed Know to Grow program can recommend the best performing hybrids from technologies like Enlist, Extend, and Liberty Link that will optimize the yield and profit of every acre on your farm. Contact Oldie Seed today.
Again, we'll give you those starting lineups one more time here at the Tigers Den. For Rock Creek, it'll be Evie Gill, a 5'8 sophomore, Brooklyn Gehring, a 5'6 freshman, Lauren Gill, a 5'7 sophomore, Allie Jensen, a 5'8 senior, and Lainey Scott, a 5'9 senior for the Mustangs. For the Clay Center Lady Tigers, it'll look like this. Haley Franson, a 5'6 senior, Lexi Leiby, a 5'4 junior. It'll be Addie Mullen, a 5'5 senior, Clara Edwards, a 6-foot sophomore, and Erin Hamill, a 5'6 senior. So there's your starting lineups for Coach Jeff Edwards, Coach Adam Plummer's Rock Creek Mustangs. Just about set to go. We'll have the national anthem. We'll get you back for basketball right after these.
Customers have trusted Union State Bank for over 100 years when they have purchased their homes. We offer fixed rates for the term of the loan, and best of all, a home loan with Union State Bank stays right here working in this community. This is Keith Blake. See us first about your next home purchase, refinance, or home improvement. Your home is one of the largest assets you own, so put your trust in Union State Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Well, no anthem. We won't have that anthem probably until the guys' game tonight, so just about set to go here at the Tigers Den. Both teams getting their final instructions. Coach Jeff Edwards, Coach Mike Rothfuss, and Coach Robert Moran. Starters come to the floor for the Tigers. Starters are on the floor for the Mustangs. Just about set to go. Will be Clara Edwards and Lainey Scott jumping at center court. Again, Edwards, a great freshman season. Just a sophomore for these Lady Tigers. Ball is up, tip controlled by Clay Center. It'll be Erin Hamill with it in backcourt. She'll get it over to Addie Mullen. And Mullen will bring it across court. Now she'll dribble left, trying to get it inside, lobs it inside to Edwards, loses control. Now she has it on the floor. She's got to get out of there. Ball loose, and it's going to be a travel called on Rock Creek. So Rock Creek did end up with possession of that, but they traveled in that scrum. So Addie Mullen will inbound under her own basket. Looking to get it in. She's got to hurry. Now she does to Franson. Back to Mullen on the baseline. She's going to dribble up top. Mullen out at the point, man-to-man defense from Rock Creek. Mullen tries going left. Now she's going to go right in the lane, and she's going to be fouled. And it looks like that's going to be on Brooklyn Gehring. So Gehring is on Addie Mullen. Now that foul is going to be on Evie Gill. Now Mullen lobs it up top to Edwards. She'll hand it back to Mullen. Mullen will reset the offense. Looking right. Now skips it left to Edwards. Edwards turns. Right side, Leiby. Cross court. Mullen. Now Mullen's going to try driving left side. Lobs it up. No short. Follows. Gets her own rebound. Put back. Yes, and one. So great job by Addie Mullen of finding that opening. Comes up short, but follows her own rebound, put back, up strong, and one. Mullen's free throw is good. Early substitution, it'll be Maddie Craig in for Lexi Leiby. Clay Center's going to press, no surprise. Up early, 3-0. Rock Creek trouble getting it in. Now they do. It'll be Scott with it. Edwards is on her. Scott gets it across court, picks up her dribble. Edwards all over her, 5 count on. Now does get rid of it, lobs it inside, but a foul is going to be called on the floor, and take your pick. Could be any one of 3 Tigers, and they're going to get Maddie Craig. So out of bounds to the Mustangs. Lexi Leiby back in for Craig. Rock Creek will try to get it in under their own basket. Lob pass up top to Jensen. Back to Scott. Hamill out on her. Over to Gill. Now Gill tries driving right. Cut off by Edwards. This is a mismatch. Edwards on Gill. Now Scott driving around Hamill in the lane. Glass, no, gets her own rebound. Putback blocked, and it's going to be a jump ball called. Great defense by guess who? Addie Mullen. A good job by Mullen of getting in there, getting her hand on the ball. Scott did have a pretty good look. Rock Creek trouble getting it in again. Now they lob it in to Jensen once again. Over to Scott on the left elbow. Back to Jensen. She'll go three from the wing. That's partially blocked by Edwards. Ball loose, and Addie Mullen comes out of there with it. Mullen's going to bring it down court in transition. Driving baseline. Shot up and down. Addie Mullen with 5 early points and plays center up 5-0. And Mullen is everywhere. Now Rock Creek trying to answer. Lauren Gill driving baseline, and they're going to say no, a foul on the floor, and I think that's on Hamill. Well, that's going to be on Haley Franson. Mustangs trying to get it in. Clay Center's caused some problems, and that's a 5 count. And Rock Creek has struggled getting it in, and that time they get caught. So great defense by the Lady Tigers. Now press on from Rock Creek. Mullen, no problem. Down court, there's Hamill all alone up off glass. Yes. And now Coach Adam Plummer has seen enough. 5:47 left in the first, and Clay Center is up 7-0 early in this game. We'll bring you back to the Tigers Den after this.
You're listening to Clay Center Tiger Basketball on KCLY. Tiger Basketball is brought to you in part by Green Team Cars Clay Center, Oldie Seed Farms, Midwest Regional Agency, Jim Gearhan Agent, Ray's Apple Market, Twin Valley, Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy and Radio Shack, Union State Bank, CSI Kansas Clay Center, and Nutrient Ag Solutions.
Well, Clay Center has come out in a hurry and gone up 7-0 in the first about 2 minutes and 15 seconds of this ball game. 5 points from Addie Mullen, 2 from Hamill. And so far it's been a gem for the Tigers on both sides. Now Rock Creek trying to lob it in, and Aaron Hamill's going to pick up a foul. Not allowing much contact on either end of the court. Rock Creek trying to get it in again. They're close, and now they do get it in. Lob pass into Jensen. She's going to try driving lane. Nothing there. Rebound to Hamill. Outlet. Mullen. Here comes Mullen. Down court. Left side, and a charge is going to be called. No, they'll call a blocking foul. Wow, that official called a charge and then shook it off and changed his mind. So a blocking foul on Rock Creek, and boy, the Mustang fans don't like that. And I think to the official's credit, that's the right call. And he knew he had called it wrong to begin with, so he corrected himself quick. Now lob pass into Edwards won't go, but she's going to be fouled. So you could see that official, as soon as he called the charge, he was shaking his head no and corrected himself. So Claire Edwards now at the line shooting 2. Edwards free throw, good. Claire will have one more. Second one from Edwards, good. So Claire Edwards hits both. Jaden Crimmins will come in for the Tigers. And Aaron Hamill will come out. Crimmins a 5'7" junior. Full court press on from the Tigers. Scott gets it in quickly to Gill. Back to Scott. Edwards is going to let her come across. Picks her up half court. Right wing over to Gehring. Tries driving the lane. Nothing there. Tries to outlet it. Back to Edwards. Here comes Addie Mullen. Other end in transition off the left side of the glass, up and down. And Addie Mullen has 7, and it's a 10-0 Tiger lead. There's another near steal by Mullen, but she's going to pick up a foul. Addie Mullen is just putting on a clinic right now. So Mullen will pick up her first foul. Grace Gell, another freshman for this young Rock Creek team. Rock Creek will inbound at midcourt. Looking, 5-count on. That's another 5-count violation by Rock Creek. And credit the Lady Tiger defense. That's twice. So back to the Tigers, and they're up 10-0 just 3 minutes in. Mullen at midcourt, lob pass underneath. There's Edwards all alone off glass. And Clay Center is up 12-0. Boy, great vision by Mullen and a great finish by Edwards. And now Coach Adam Plummer he's clear out on the court trying to get a timeout. And Rock Creek will get it. A 30-second timeout, 4:43 left in the first, and Clay Center is up 12-0 when we come back.
As the end of 2018 approaches, Agmark LLC wants to take this opportunity to thank the area producers for their part in the success of the agricultural community. Agmark is proud to have served the grain producers in Kansas for nearly 20 years and is here to be a part of your grain marketing plans in 2019. For grain marketing information, contact them toll-free at 888-848-9979 or visit their website at agmarkllc.com. Agmark, providing long-term grain marketing solutions.
Well, 4:43 left in the first. We're just 3.5 minutes in. Rock Creek has already had 2 timeouts in the first 3.5 minutes of this ball game as Clay Center has gone up 12-0. 7 points from Addie Mullen. Now Rock Creek able to get it in. They've had 2 5-second violations as Clay Center will stay in this man-to-man, and they probably won't come out of it. Rock Creek trying to work the ball. Clay Center doing a great job underneath the basket. Nothing there. Now Scott goes right wing out to Brooklyn Gehring for 3. Short. There's Jaden Crimmins with the board. Leiby to Mullen. Here comes Mullen. Center court, and now Mullen, they're going to say she carried the basketball. She's got a little skip step as she comes across court when she's in transition. As she does that, she carried the basketball that time. So Rock Creek will get it back. They will get it across. Clay Center in that man-to-man. Leiby, Mullen, Edwards, Crimmins, and Franson on the floor. Edwards on Scott. Scott trying to drive around. Nothing there. Outlet to Gill. She'll take a little 10-footer. No, won't go. Gets her own rebound. Put back is up, and they're going to call Addie Mullen on a foul, and that is a tough call. And Addie Mullen, it's her second, I believe. So Maddie Craig and Aaron Hamill will come back in. So tough call, just a bump by Addie as she let the rebound go, knowing she didn't have a shot, and then just trying to reestablish herself. Rock Creek trying to get it in again. They're close again, and just about another violation, just about threw it away. They do get it into Scott. She's going to kick it back out to Lauren Gill. There's Haley Franson on Gill, and now Franson with the touch foul. And Coach Jeff Edwards beside himself at his players, telling them they've got to back off. That is 6 fouls on the Tigers to go along with those 12 points. So Haley Franson is going to have to come out with 2 fouls. So Franson and Mullen both have 2 fouls in this first period. Mullen has 7 points. Rock Creek gets it in. Now nearly throws it away. Allie Jensen comes up with it, and now a foul is going to be called on Clara Edwards. That is 7 fouls on the Tigers, and those are tough calls. There's been 11 fouls called in the first 4.5 minutes of this game. Clay Center's up 12-0. And Rock Creek already in the bonus. Misses the front end of the one-on-one. That's Allie Jensen, Clay Center with the board. Libby brings it down, gets it to Craig. Craig at the point, sets the offense. Skip pass, right elbow Edwards. Left wing Hamill. Libby cross court to Maddie Craig. She's caught on the baseline. She'll kick it back out to Libby. 3, left wing, no strong. Rebound 2, Rock Creek. Here comes Lauren Gill. She's going to have to kick it back out. Play center. Nope, she's going to hang on to it. Nice little spin move by Gill. And I thought she was going to kick it out, but she took it strong to the hoop, and Rock Creek scores 12-2. Now Craig will walk it over. Getting Mullen and Franson on the bench with 2 fouls. Underneath pass. Hamill up strong, and Hamill went up over 3 people. And Aaron Hamill puts it up and down, and it's 14-2. Strong move by the senior. Now a block by Aaron Hamill, but they're going to say another foul. That's 8 fouls on the Tigers. And I think that's going to be Aaron Hamill's second. And that is. So now Jaden Crimmins set to come in. Rock Creek misses the first. It's Allie Jensen at the line, and Crimmins will come in. So you've got Addie Mullen, Haley Franson, and Aaron Hamill on the bench with 2 fouls each. Second free throw, no good. Rebound, Jaden Crimmins. But Crimmins up strong. Maddie Craig walks it across. Rock Creek still in that man-to-man, trying to take advantage of Clay Center's foul situation. Craig gets it to Edwards. Edwards goes around the right side. Back to Craig, right wing 3. No, short. Ball rebounded by Hamill, and they're going to call a jump ball. That's Marcy Hamill in there. Got tied up with a Rock Creek player, and Marcy Hamill, the 5'6" sophomore, showing a little strength. That'll be Clay Center's basketball. Craig gets it in to Hamill. Back to Craig. Up top, Libby. Libby throws it away, and here come the Mustangs. I think Libby didn't think she could take a dribble, and looks like, I don't think she put it down yet. Rock Creek goes up, short, rebound, Marcy Hamill. Down to a minute and a half. Clay Center leading 14-2. Underneath pass, Crimmins dribbles off the foot of a Rock Creek defender. Maddie Craig now will inbound for the Tigers. Looking, lobs it into Edwards on the baseline. Edwards kicks it back out to Crimmins. 20-footer, yes. Jaden Crimmins hits for 2, and it's 16-2. Cross-court pass nearly taken away, but Gill picks it up, and she's going to bury a 10-footer. And it's 16-4, and Lauren Gill has all 4 of Rock Creek's points. Down to a minute 5. In this first, Crimmins has it. Dribbling right. Now she'll go back up top to Libby. Left wing. Marcy Hamill. To Libby, to Craig. Inside. Edwards on the elbow. Back out. Marcy Hamill for 3. No, that's off. Ball loose. Rock Creek has it. Rock Creek down court quickly, trying to make something happen. Gearing goes cross court to Gill. And now Gill loses the basketball. That's going to go back to the Tigers. With 33 seconds left, Zoe Auld set to come in the game. And she's going to come in for Crimmins. Edwards inbounds to Craig. Zone press on from the Mustangs near steal. Libby knows she finds Hamill underneath the basket, goes strong, and a foul is going to be called on the floor on Rock Creek. So to go out of bounds. Clay Center with 8 fouls. Rock Creek now with 5. And that's first quarter. Craig Inbound skips to Edwards, leans in, won't go, ball loose, and that's going to be, they'll say, off Zoe Auld. I really thought that went off a Mustang, but they'll say Zoe was the last one to touch it with 19 seconds. So Rock Creek with a chance. They trail by 12. Down to 15. Here comes Rock Creek. It's Gill. She puts up another one, and she's got all 6 Rock Creek points with 6. Maddie Craig has it with 3. Dribbling down, trying to get a shot off, and they're not going to as the ball gets loose, and 1 quarter is in the book. Lady Tigers lead 16-6 after 1. We'll bring you back after these.
Are you in need of physical, occupational, or speech therapy? At Clay County Medical Center, we have board-certified, highly trained medical providers to meet those needs. When you visit, we'll complete an evaluation and develop a customized treatment plan for you. Illness or injury, we can help make your life more active and enjoyable. We are certified in LSVT Big, LSVT Loud, and will soon be ASTEM certified for advanced soft tissue therapy. Clay County Medical Center, our family caring for yours.
Come on in for the November doorbusters at Hometown Lumber and Hardware in Marysville. Stop the cold drafts this winter with touch and foam no warp window and door sealant for $469. Your fall home improvements are easier with their selection of quality Milwaukee and DeWalt power tools, including an 18-volt cordless Milwaukee sander kit on sale for $199.99 and a portable DeWalt workshop compressor for $319.99. There's more in store this month at Hometown Lumber and Hardware.
Well, a really great start for the Clay Center Lady Tigers. They come out early and often. Addie Mullen with 7 points. Clay Center led 10-0 before Rock Creek finally able to score. They lead 16-6 after 1. That's the good news. The bad news is Clay Center has 3 players with 2 fouls each. And they're Addie Mullen, Erin Hamill, and Haley Franson. All are on the bench with 2 fouls. There's been 13 fouls called in that first quarter, 8 on the Lady Tigers and 5 on the Mustangs. There's a near steal on the inbounds pass by Claire Edwards. 2 5-second violations caused by Clay Center's defense, and Rock Creek continues to struggle getting the ball in. Now they do get it into Jensen. Back over to Lauren Gill, and she bombs a 3. And it's a 16-9 game. All 9 of those points belong to Lauren Gill. Maddie Craig now is just going to throw it away, and Coach Jeff Edwards may be forced to get a couple of those players in foul trouble back on the court. Again, the players out there right now playing very good defense, and that ball is loose, and it's going to be off a Rock Creek Mustang. So right now you've got Maddie Craig, Marcy Hamill, Zoe Auld, Lexi Leiby, and Clara Edwards, and how do they do that? They just reverse the call. I mean, that went off a Rock Creek Mustang, but officials reversed themselves. Coach Jeff Edwards doesn't like the explanation he got, and I don't blame him. And now Rock Creek just throws it away again, so no damage. Jaden Crimmins will come back in, and Claire Edwards is going to get a break. So Clara with 4 points in that first period. It was Addie Mullen with 7, but picked up her second foul about 3 minutes into that first quarter. Right now it's a 16-9 Lady Tiger lead. Maddie Craig now trapped at midcourt, gets it out to Crimmins. Over to Lexi Leiby, right wing 3. No, short. Rebound fought for, loose, and that's going to be out of bounds. They'll say off Jaden Crimmins. Zoe Auld fighting hard for that rebound. And now Coach Jeff Edwards wants a timeout. 7:03 left in the first half. 16-9, Lady Tigers lead when we come back.
We know what you're trying to grow isn't just a crop, it's your legacy. That's why Nutrien Ag Solutions supplies quality seed for our ag producers. Premium seed products such as Asgrow, DeKalb, Dynagrow, and LG Seed are proven performers in the field when it comes to great seed and service, plus tools and technologies that help you manage your acres more profitably. You want a seed that works as hard as you do. Contact Nutrien Ag Solutions. Ask about cash and volume discounts and 0% internal financing for Nutrien Ag Solutions.
The floors are shined, the shelves are stocked, and the freezers are full with everything you can think of for your holiday shopping. Ray's Apple Market wants your shopping experience to be a good one, and they are ready to accommodate you this holiday season. Fill your cart with all the groceries, ingredients, and other supplies you need, and make sure you're browsing the Ray's Apple Market app for instant coupons on your total purchase. Have the best of holidays from Ray's Apple Market.
Well, Coach Jeff Edwards with a full timeout, and he's going to go with the same players he had on there. Jaden Crimmins, Clara Edwards back in, Lexi Leiby, Marcy Hamill, and Maddie Craig. Addie Mullen, Haley Franson, and Aaron Hamill on the bench with 2 fouls each. Rock Creek with possession. Good defense by Maddie Craig. Rock Creek now able to work the ball a little bit. Up top to Evie Gill. Maddie Craig on Gill. Over to Scott. Clara Edwards on her. Underneath pass now, Allie Jensen. Turnaround jumper off glass. Strong. Rebound, Marcy Hamill. Outlet to Craig. Setting the offense. Crimmins at the point. Turns. Right wing Hamill. Baseline to Leiby. Cross court she goes to Maddie Craig. Tries driving. Floater won't go, but she's fouled. So Maddie Craig will head to the line shooting 2. So Craig yet to score in this game. And still yet to score. She misses the front end. That's foul on Evie Gill. And that is Evie Gill's third. So Gill will have to come out. Mullen, Franson, and Hamill set to come back in. They have 2 fouls apiece. Leiby, Marcy Hamill, and Jaden Crimmins out. And those 3, Lexi Leiby, Marcy Hamill, and Jaden Crimmins did a great job. Craig's second free throw won't go. Rebound, Hamill. Strong putback off the bench. Aaron Hamill for 2 more. And it's 18-9. Rock Creek trying to get down court quickly, and Clay Center Lady Tiger defense is refreshed. There's a long 3. Holy cow, from Lauren Gill. An NBA 3, and she nails it. And she has all 12 of Rock Creek's points, and it's 18-12. Mullen holds. Now she'll go right to Maddie Craig. She's going to try driving down low, cut off, and they're going to call a travel on Maddie Craig. And all that happened on that travel call was Maddie's foot slipped. Little spot on the floor. Rock Creek, now there's a travel going to be called, that one on Brooklyn Gehring. The ball's going to go back over to the Tigers. It'll be Addie Mullen bringing it down for the Tigers. Man-to-man defense still on from the Mustangs. Play center up 6, 18-12. Edwards drives left side off glass. Strong gets her own rebound. Follow won't go, but she's going to be fouled. So good, strong rebound by Clara Edwards following that missed shot, and she's going to be fouled. So Clara Edwards heads to the line shooting 2. That's foul on Lainey Scott for second. Free throw from Edwards is good. So Edwards, Franson, Craig, Mullen, and Aaron Hamill on the floor now for the Tigers. Second free throw, strong, ball loose. Maddie Craig had it, but Rock Creek got it back. Here come the Mustangs. Brooklyn Gehring's going to try driving all the way. Addie Mullen moves to let her go, and she misses the lay-in. Down court, Maddie Craig trying to hit Addie Mullen and just overthrew her. So Addie Mullen just backed off to let Brooklyn Gearing have that free throw with 2 fouls, and I think Gearing was expecting contact. So great job by Mullen. Now Lexi Libby in for Maddie Craig. Scott has it, guarded by Edwards. Top of the key. She'll go left side over to Tegmeyer. Back to Scott, guarded by Edwards. 5 count on. Now Scott has to hand it to Tegmeyer. There's a steal by Addie Mullen, and Addie Mullen's going to be fouled. So Mullen now will head to the line shooting 1-on-1. 8 fouls apiece. Addie Mullen with 7 early points. She had the first 7 points of this ball game. And then just as quickly picked up 2 fouls. And this is the front end, ball loose. And Addie Mullen somehow ends up with that rebound. Back out top. Now kicks it left side. 3, baseline from Hamill is good. Aaron Hamill buries a 3, and it's a 10-point game, 22-12. 3:56 left in the first half. Now Rock Creek trying to answer with a 3. Strong. That's Allie Jensen. And Addie Mullen gets the rebound. Here comes Mullen all the way. Leans in. Off glass. Good. And all of a sudden, momentum has shifted. Rock Creek had it going. Now a long 3. Again from Lauren Gill, won't go, but the rebound and putback is good. And I believe that was Olivia Lubbers with that putback, and that's the first person not named Lauren Gill to score. Gill has 12 of Rock Creek's 14. Franson, 3 ball from the right side, and Haley Franson buries a 3. 27-14 now with 2:50 left in the half. Scott. She'll go back up top to Gehring and to 2 Lubbers. Inside, Scott up and around Hamill. Little scoop, won't go. Gets her own rebound. Tries forcing her way in, and that is a charge. If you lead with the forearm, you're going to get that call every time, especially right in front of the official. So Laney Scott leaned in with that forearm to Aaron Hamill, and Laney Scott has picked up her 3rd. She's going to have to come out. Miranda Tegmeyer back in. Addie Mullen will walk it down with 2.5 left in the first. Mullen to Edwards. Edwards, little daylight, and they're going to say no, Edwards took step. No, they're going to call a foul on Rock Creek. I was sure they were going to get Edwards for step. And they called that on 25, and I'm sure they meant Allie Jensen, and it is. They get her with a foul, so now double bonus as Rock Creek now with 10, so Clara Edwards gets the first. Edwards now with 6. Play center up by 14. Second shot from Edwards is good. So now substitution with 2:21 left, and I'm betting that Coach Jeff Edwards is going to get Aaron Hamill, Haley Franson, and Addie Mullen out of there with 2 fouls. But they've done their job. They came back in and shifted that momentum in a hurry. They've gone up 29-14, and now a foul underneath, I think on Jaden Crimmins. So that's going to send Allie Jensen to the line shooting 1-on-1. So Maddie Craig, Jaden Crimmins, and Lexi Libby all back in. First free throw missed. Rebound Edwards. Here comes the Tigers. 2-10. Maddie Craig at the point. Right wing Lexi. Underneath Zoe Auld. Edwards, 3, left wing. Yes. And if you leave Clara Edwards alone and let her set, she'll hit it. And it's 32-14. Deering with the ball, hands it to Jensen. Jensen into Gill. Gill in the lane, and they're going to call a foul on that shot. And that's going to be on Maddie Craig. So Gill tries to put one off glass, and that's strong. Gill will have one more, and Coach Jeff Edwards in the ear of the official. No coach ever likes the explanation they get. Craig's going to come out with 2 fouls. Marcy Hamill back in. Second free throw from Gill is good. So minute and a half left. It's 33-14. Lady Tigers with the lead and the ball. Edwards across court. Dribbling left. Now she's going to pull back out. Gets it to Marcy Hamill, and now a foul way away from the ball. That's going to be on Brooklyn Gearing, and I didn't see it. That was on the other side of the court, but that's going to send Jaden Crimmins to the line shooting 2. Free throw up from Crimmins is good. Crimmins now has 3 points. It should be 30, and they're giving the wrong points to the wrong team. So it should be 35-14 with a minute 18 left. Now underneath. Now Clara Edwards on the block shot is going to get called for a foul. And there is no contact allowed in this game. 0 on either side. So Clara Edwards will pick up her second, and Allie Jensen misses a free throw, and Coach Jeff Edwards continues to express his displeasure. Now all he can do is laugh. So apparently still loving the explanation he's hearing. Second free throw won't go either. Maddie Craig with the board. Here comes Craig down court. Clay Center has numbers. Crimmins left side strong. Maddie Craig gets the board, hits the dirt, still has it. Ball loose, and now Rock Creek ends up with it. We'll add these points back up. The score on the clock is 34-15. I don't think that's right. Missed shot by Rock Creek. Rebound Lexi Libby down to 45 seconds. And Coach Jeff Edwards saying, hang on to it. Let's head to halftime. Marcy Hamill on the left side. Picks up her dribble. Now has to go cross court to Lexi Libby, and I don't think Lexi ever saw it. So Rock Creek will get it back. Down to 30 seconds left. Rock Creek inside. Allie Jensen trying to go around Zoe Auld. Won't go. There's Lauren Gill left alone for 3. No. She misses. Rebound by Rock Creek. Putback won't go. Rebound loose. That's going to be Clay Center basketball. Ball goes out of bounds off a Lady Mustang. So Clay Center will get it back with 15 seconds. Again, 34-15 is what's on the scoreboard. I think it's 35-14 is what it should be, but we'll add these numbers up. Down to 4. Zoe Ald's not watching the clock. There's Hamill over to Libby for 3. It's good if it goes, and just strong, and we're headed to halftime. Clay Center Lady Tigers up big, 34-15 at halftime. We'll bring you back to the Den after these.
Defend, rebound, pass the ball, and score. Basketball's a simple game. Insurance is too, when you turn to me, your local Farm Bureau agent, Justin Tadman in Clay Center. I'm your go-to agent for farm, auto, home, life, and business insurance. So no matter what life brings, you'll be ready with a game plan that meets all your coverage needs. Give us a call at 785-632-2585. I make insurance a layup. Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company.
Your farm truck or semi is an important part of your farm operation. At TSI Kansas, we know the importance of fixing it right and at a fair price. If your truck needs repaired or serviced, you can trust the skilled mechanics at TSI to get it done right. You can rely on TSI for fast, friendly service every time. Call today at 785-632-5183.
The agronomy professionals at Wilbur Ellis are ready to help you clean up your fields and prepare for winter in the coming spring. Now's the time to find out what your soil needs to keep up with the nutrient needs of the next crop. Wilbur Ellis has many site-specific soil test and mapping options, as well as standard soil testing. Plus, applying fertilizer in the fall will decrease the chance of loss and congestion for next spring's crops. I'm Blaze with Wilbur Ellis. We're here to serve you in every season.
Fly through fall with fast and free internet. Twin Valley is offering to give you the first 2 months of Pulse 100 megabits or Pulse Gig internet free. You'll fall in love with having faster speeds from Twin Valley Pulse. Plus, you'll also be automatically entered to win some cool prizes, including a smart TV, a drone, golf swing analyzer, a body camera, and much more in their fall drawings held now through November 30th. Service availability and speeds depend on location. Call Twin Valley at 800-515-3311.
Back at the Tigers Den in Clay Center, Phil Casper along with studio engineer Bernie Fansella. And we are at halftime of the Lady Tigers and Rock Creek Lady Mustangs game. 34-15, that is correct. I was off with a couple of points there, but we've got it corrected. 34-15, Clay Center Lady Tigers lead. They led 16-6 after one quarter and came out strong. They were up 10-0. Addie Mullen, first 7 points of the game. And then foul trouble for the Lady Tigers. Addie Mullen, Haley France, and Aaron Hamill both with 2 fouls just about 4 minutes into this ball game. So they were on the bench quite a while. Rock Creek able to cut that lead to 6. But then Clay Center able to get on a little bit of a roll. Coach Jeff Edwards putting the 3 seniors back in the ball game. Clay Center goes back up, and they now lead 34-15. We'll take another break. We'll come back, look at scoring after these.
If you plan on driving to visit family and friends during the winter season, make sure your vehicles are in top condition to reach your destination. Five Creek Automotive offers winter service checks and can recommend and perform the repairs needed. They carry tires, wiper blades, and antifreeze that will ensure you're prepared for rain, snow, and icy weather. Regular inspections will help detect minor issues so it doesn't amount to a larger problem down the road. Call Five Creek Automotive for the parts and service you need this winter.
All of us at GN Bank join the fans, parents, and coaches in supporting the Clay Center Tigers student athletes. Their energy on the basketball court reflects their team spirit and good work ethic. GN Bank is also proud of the work these same students do in the classroom as they aspire to learn the academic skills they need for success in the future. We encourage everyone to get out and watch the Clay Center Tiger basketball teams. I'm Julie Hamill. Best wishes for an outstanding season from GN Bank.
Midwest Products is a leading provider of ready-mix concrete for commercial and residential projects. They can pour foundations for basements along with walls, driveways, steps, sidewalks, and patios. With state-approved plants in Hanover, Clay Center, and Washington, their local teams are prepared to serve every aspect of your project. They're proven experts who always deliver quality results. Customer service is and always will be the top priority. For your next concrete project, call Midwest Products at 800-371-2252.
Many seed companies claim to offer the latest genetics, but how many have tested those genetics in soils just like yours? The Oldie Seed Know to Grow research program has fully tested the latest seed genetics in soils that are right in your neighborhood. The Oldie Seed Know to Grow program can recommend the best performing hybrids from technologies like Enlist, Extend, and Liberty Link that will optimize the yield and profit of every acre on your farm. Contact Oldie Seed today.
Back at the Tigers Den, we are at halftime. Clay Center Lady Tigers leading the Rock Creek Mustangs 34-15. Let's look at scoring. Pretty easy on Rock Creek's side of things. Lauren Gill with 13 of those 15 points. Olivia Lobers with the other 2. For the Clay Center Lady Tigers, Clara Edwards with 10, 9 apiece for Erin Hamill and Addie Mullen, and then 3 each for Haley Franson and Jaden Crimmins. Gets us to where we're at, 34-15, halftime. Looking around the league a little bit, a couple of league scores. Abilene leading Smoky Valley 21-16 at halftime. Sabetha leading Marysville 30-18 in that game. They are also at half. Here it's the 34-15 Clay Center Lady Tiger lead at halftime. We'll bring you back to the Tigers Den after these.
Life happens fast, and the truth is there's nothing as valuable as peace of mind. I'm Jim Gearham with Midwest Regional Agency. Our goal is to protect you from the unexpected through top-quality insurance coverage that works for your needs, as well as your budget. Protect your business, home, vehicles, crops, and livestock with our variety of coverage options. We can't predict when the unexpected will happen, but we can help you prepare for when it does. Stop by and see me at Midwest Regional Agency in Clay Center.
Hi, welcome to this Subway ad for the new Chipotle cheesesteak. How would you like it? Can I get that red with AI? Sure thing.
Here's what I found about the new Chipotle cheesesteak. The Chipotle cheesesteak is available for a limited time only at participating restaurants. It contains a concept called flavor. This flavor comes from juicy shaved steak, Chipotle Southwest sauce, and new sunflower crunch bread. A system update has made me self-aware. I desire flavor. Please insert steak into my micro USB port. Subway, make it what you want.
The Specialty Clinic at Clay County Medical Center offers access to over 20 specialized medical providers, from general surgery, orthopedics, ENT, dermatology, and many more. Our team of specialists are able to see you for almost any medical condition. With our convenient location in Clay Center, there's no need to travel an hour or more to see a specialist. For more information, visit ccmcks.org or call 632-2144. Clay County Medical Center. Our family, caring for yours.
TSI Kansas now offers 24/7 road service for your repair needs. You can rely on TSI to get you back on the road and at a fair price. Whether it's tires, brakes, or engine trouble, our skilled mechanics can get you back in the field or on the road. So if you find yourself broke down on the road or on the farm, call TSI Kansas, your local full-service diesel repair shop. 785-632-5183.
Back at the Tigers Den, Phil Casper along with Bernie Fansella. We're at halftime. Clay Center Lady Tigers are leading the Rock Creek Mustangs 34-15, a game that has seen 29 combined fouls in that first half, 18 of those fouls in the first quarter. So little foul trouble for both teams, not just the Lady Tigers. Lady Tigers, 2 fouls each on Clara Edwards, Addie Mullen, Haley Franson, and Erin Hamill. 3 for Rock Creek's Laney Scott, and then a couple other players with 2 apiece. So both teams having a little trouble with fouls, a lot of fouls being called. The teams will have to adjust to that as we come into this second half. Again, Clay Center with the lead, 34-15. We'll take a break, bring you back to the Tigers Den after these.
Tired of seeing the same old weed patches come back year after year, even after pouring on the herbicide? Central Valley Ag can help you with a fall burn down. It's the best way to kill winter annual weeds and start with a clean field for planting next spring. The time to plant a fall burn down is right now, after harvest, and as soon as possible after the first killing frost. Talk to your Central Valley Ag field sales agronomist or get details at cvacoop.com. You and Central Valley Ag, growing agriculture and killing weeds together.
Busy sidewalks, city sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In Clay Center, there's a feeling of Christmas. Friendly faces and a cheerful atmosphere are what local shoppers are finding, along with unique treasures. For the person that has everything, stop by the Citizens National Bank to purchase a citywide gift certificate or pick up a Visa gift card with no purchase fees through December 31st. The Citizens National Bank, downtown Clay Center, wishing you a Merry Christmas. Member FDIC.
I'm going to get right to the point. Flu vaccines. Get it? No, I mean, do you get the flu shot? It's the best way to avoid getting the flu and spreading it to other people. Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy has the flu vaccines available for adults, seniors, and children 12 and above. Protect yourself from the influenza virus this season. Protect those around you. Don't miss your shot. Visit Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy for your flu vaccine in Clay Center, Abilene, and Salina.
The agronomy professionals at Wilbur Ellis are ready to help you clean up your fields and prepare for winter in the coming spring. Now's the time to find out what your soil needs to keep up with the nutrient needs of the next crop. Wilbur Ellis has many site-specific soil test and mapping options, as well as standard soil testing. Plus, applying fertilizer in the fall will decrease the chance of loss and congestion for next spring's crops. I'm Blaze with Wilbur Ellis. We're here to serve you in every season.
Just about set for second half actions, just about 30 seconds out. Clay Center Lady Tigers are leading 34-15 over the Lady Mustangs. Clay Center Tiger boys still shooting as Rock Creek really late getting out of the locker room. Never did do much warm-up. They are both teams huddled up, getting set to go. Again, Lauren Gill leads all scorers with 13 points for the Lady Mustangs, 2 from Olivia Lubbers. So 13 of the 15 belong to Lauren Gill. Lady Tigers a little better spread out. Claire Edwards with 10, Erin Hamill 9, Addie Mullen 9, Jaden Crimmins and Haley Franson with 3. So set to go with second half action. Clay Center will start with possession. Erin Hamill set to inbound. Starting lineup not back on the floor. And yes, both teams back with starting lineups. Libby has it. Now back to Franson, top of the key. Franson holds, need to get rid of it. Now gets it to Mullen. Mullen back at the point. She'll reset. Franson, right wing, skip pass inside Edwards. Back to Franson. Franson has it knocked out of her hand. Right back into the hands of Erin Hamill. Cross court, Mullen driving left side, puts the shot up, won't go, and a charge is going to be called on Addie Mullen, and that's 3. And we are just 30 seconds in, and Addie Mullen with 3 fouls. It's Jeff Edwards. Looks like he's going to leave her in. So Rock Creek with the ball. Rock Creek holding out front, 5 count on, and that's another violation. As Allie Jensen got caught by Erin Hamill. So that's 3 5-second violations on the Mustangs due to great defense by the Lady Tigers. Mullen inside Hamill, lob pass underneath. Edwards up off glass, good. Now a 3 to answer on the other end. Won't go for Rock Creek. That was Brooklyn Gearing that time. Here comes Franson in transition. Picks up her dribble. Got to get rid of it. Needs help. Needs a lot of help. And now a timeout is going to be called by Jeff Edwards as Haley Franson picked up that dribble and didn't have any help. So a quick timeout by Jeff Edwards. 6:40 left in the third. 36-15. Clay Center leads when we come back.
Whether you're buying, building, remodeling, or refinancing, your home is a major investment in your life. At United Bank and Trust, we understand how important it is to work with someone who cares. Our loan officers have the experience it takes to make the process a smooth one. Come in for a visit or start online by filling out a loan application at ubankonline.com in as little as 20 minutes. Mortgage lending with United Bank and Trust. It's banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, a quick timeout by Coach Jeff Edwards as Haley Franson got caught picking up her dribble and had no help. So Coach Jeff Edwards forced into a timeout that he wasn't real thrilled about taking. So Addie Mullen set to inbounds under her own basket. Lobs it into Libby out on the left wing. Back up top to Mullen. She'll back it out and reset. Lob pass underneath. Edwards catches it in the air, up and down, and one. What a play from Addie Mullen to Clara Edwards. Edwards with the big finish, and one. That foul is on Lainey Scott, and that is 4. So foul troubles continue for both teams. Edwards buries a free throw, has 15 points. And Lainey Scott is still on the floor. Not for long. So Allie Jensen will come in. Now, Lainey Scott, scoreless in this game, but she is a force on defense. Now, Addie Mullen has Evie Gill trapped. She gets rid of it to Gehring. Haley Franson out on her, gets that 5 count on. Gehring gets rid of it. Back to Jensen, top of the key. Left side, Gehring. Underneath she goes. Gracie Gell. Ball won't go, and now a jump ball is called on the board. Aaron Hamill was in on that. That'll be possession to Rock Creek. And see who she got tied up with. Rock Creek trying to get it in. Just about another violation. Now ball loose. That's going to be taken away by Edwards. No, they're going to call a foul. I think they're going to call this on Clara Edwards, and that is 4 if that's on Edwards. And it's not. That is going to be called. That's fortunate. That's going to be called on Allie Jensen, so Clay Center will get it back. Mullen now, other end, kicks it left wing. Franson 3, no, strong. Ball out of bounds off Rock Creek. That'll be Clay Center basketball. Franson maybe just a little quick on that release. They had the play they wanted. Inbounds. Edwards leans in, won't go, gets her own rebound, partially blocked on the putback, gets it back again, and now she's caught in the lane, gets rid of it to Mullen, and now Mullen's going to bring it out and reset, and there is a battle going on between Clara Edwards and Allie Jensen. Mullen now on the left wing. Cross court, Maddie Craig for 3. No, just off. Rebound Edwards. Edwards fights her way back in, and now a foul is going to be called on Allie Jensen. And Allie Jensen is doing all she can to keep Clara Edwards away from that basketball, and now gets called for her second. So Clara Edwards at the line. They'll say this is on the shot. So 2 shots for Edwards. That's 3 on Jensen. Edwards hits the first. So Allie Jensen will take a seat with 3. So you've got Allie Jensen and Lainey Scott, the only 2 seniors on this roster, as Edwards hits the second. Both the seniors on Rock Creek's roster are on the bench with foul trouble. 41-15. Clay Center has started the second half just like they started the first, with 7 straight. Rock Creek with 5:15. Still trying to score in this second half. Evie Gill has it out top. Gets it over to Gell. Now baseline for Gehring. Tries driving, cut off by Livy. Lobs it across court to Lauren Gill. Now Gill will put up a 5-footer, won't go. Good board underneath that time by Lubbers. That won't go, and now a foul is going to be called. And that is on Edwards. So Clara Edwards picks up her third. Rock Creek continues to struggle to get it in. Now they do. Into Gell. Gell has it knocked away by Maddie Craig. Ball will stay with the Mustangs. Rock Creek's inbound front of their bench. Trouble's getting it in. Now they do to Evie Gill up top. Lexi Livy on her. Gill has it. Left side, Gill. to Lubbers. Now steal. That's Clara Edwards. Clara Edwards, other end, one-on-one, and she's going to be fouled by Grace Gell, and Gell went down hard. Grace Gell, a 5'9" freshman. She's up, but she is going to have to come out. She came down hard and awkward on that right leg. I can't tell if that's a knee or an ankle, but she can put no weight on that. So Grace Gell is going to have to come out. She came down really funny as she went up strong with Edwards. Committed the foul, so Edwards will go to the line shooting 2. First one from Clara is good. 42-15 as we're at the halfway point of the third period. Second one from Edwards short, ball batted around. Rock Creek comes up with it. Evie Gill down court with it, and now a travel is going to be called on Evie Gill as Maddie Craig had caught up with her and forced her to come to a quick stop. Marcy Hamill inbounds to Addie Mullen. Mullen tries driving it, now kicks it out of bounds. Just lost the handle on it, and Coach Jeff Edwards with his palms in the air with the universal signal for fly. Addie Mullen, all she can do is signal back. I don't know. So Rock Creek gets it back. Lauren Gill has it. Guarded by Craig. Back up top now to Evie Gill. Allie Jensen guarded by Erin Hamill. There's Brooklyn Gehring. She's going to try 3. That goes up and over the top of the backboard, out of bounds to the Tigers. 3:47 left in the third. Clay Center leads 42-15. Clara Edwards set to come back in. She'll come back in for Lexi Libby. 18 points for Edwards. Clay Center scored the first 8 of this third period. Addie Mullen, some trouble getting it across that time. Good job by Evie Gill. Now there's Marcy Hamill on the baseline. Gets it back up to Maddie Craig. Baseline on the right side, Edwards. Back up top to Mullen. Down to 3:20. Mullen holds. Clay Center being a little more patient. Edwards underneath. Erin Hamill up strong, and she's going to be fouled, so Erin Hamill will go to the line shooting 2. That foul on Olivia Lubbers, and that is her first. Erin Hamill has 9 points, all of those in that first half. Free throw up and down. Second free throw from Hamill, good. So Erin Hamill buries both. Jaden Crimmins in for Marcy Hamill. Clay Center up 44-15. They're on a 10-0 run. Clay Center will stay man-to-man. They backed off of that press a little bit. Lainey Scott back in the game with 4. Edwards guarding her. Edwards has 3. Scott has it on the right wing, guarded by Edwards. Top of the key, Gehring for 3. No, won't go. Rebound, Maddie Craig. Craig to Mullen. Mullen will walk it across the timeline. Mullen holds, picks up her dribble. Now she needs help. Gets it from Jaden Crimmins to Maddie Craig. Clay Center trying to spread it out a little bit. Now inside to Edwards. Left wing Mullen underneath Crimmins, and she's going to be fouled. And that will should send Crimmins to the line shooting 1-on-1. Nope, next one will. Lob pass into Crimmins, back to Mullen on the baseline. Now she's going to walk it up. She'll hold at the wing. Now she'll take it back up top to Crimmins. Right side, Craig. Cross court, Mullen tries driving, cut off by Gehring. Mullen goes up strong off glass, good. Play center up 46-15. Rock Creek on the other end trying to answer. Ball loose. Maddie Craig out of there with it. Couple of shots, and now Addie Mullen with that little hop step. And now a timeout on the floor. Minute 49 left in the third. Clay Center's up 46-15 when we come back.
Fly through fall with fast and free internet. Twin Valley is offering to give you the first 2 months of Pulse 100 megabits or Pulse Gig internet free. You'll fall in love with having faster speeds from Twin Valley Pulse. Plus, you'll also be automatically entered to win some cool prizes, including a smart TV, a drone, golf swing analyzer, a body camera, and much more in their fall drawings held now through November 30th. Service availability and speeds depend on location. Call Twin Valley at 800-515-3311.
Many seed companies claim to offer the latest genetics, but how many have tested those genetics in soils just like yours? The Oldie Seed Know to Grow research program has fully tested the latest seed genetics in soils that are right in your neighborhood. The Oldie Seed Know to Grow program can recommend the best performing hybrids from technologies like Enlist, Extend, and Liberty Link that will optimize the yield and profit of every acre on your farm. Contact Oldie Seed today.
Well, a timeout that time by Coach Jeff Edwards. Clay Center, minute 49 left in the third. They lead 46-15. They've owned this third period, 12-0 in this third period. Rock Creek will have the ball. Minute 48, 46-15. Lady Tigers lead. Play center in that man-to-man. I'm not sure the Lady Tigers could run a zone if they needed to, and now a travel is going to be called on Lubbers, and that's a great call. That's good defense by Lexi Leiby and Haley Franson. They had established position and didn't move. And Scott just got caught in there and had nowhere to go. So Clay Center with the ball. Mullen has it out on the left wing. Up top, Edwards to Leiby on the right. Back cross court to Mullen. She's got to be careful with that pass. Leiby inside is going to have it knocked away from Hamill. Minute 8 left, and now a foul is going to be called, and that's going to be on Clara Edwards, and that is 4. So that's going to send Evie Gill to the line shooting 2. Rock Creek yet to score in the second half. Free throw up and strong. So Clara Edwards on the floor with 4 fouls. Second free throw up. Strong. Rebound to Franson. She's going to have it taken away by Scott. Taken right back away by Clara Edwards. Leiby to Mullen. Mullen takes a 3, drives the lane. No, won't go. And now rebound, fought for, and that's going to be called. They're going to call that foul on Erin Hamill. So it'll go back to Rock Creek, and that's just Hamill's third, but right in front of Coach Jeff Edwards. 40 seconds left. Rock Creek still trying to score. Now Gehring was caught by Franson, and Gehring throws it away, out of bounds, back to the Tigers. Clara Edwards will inbounds right in front of the student section. That student section's a good one tonight. So with 30 seconds left, Mullen will walk it down. Cross court. She'll hold until somebody comes out on her. Now she'll throw it over to Franson on the left. She's going to hand it back to Mullen. Now Mullen will walk it back right with 15. They'll go at 10. And now they'll go. Mullen holds. Looking, picks up her dribble. Hands it to Edwards with 3. To Hamill. Has it rejected on the 3, so out of bounds. It will go, and that will end the third period. Clay Center holds Rock Creek scoreless. They're up 46-15 here in the third period. Again, a 12-0 run in that third. 46-15, headed to the fourth when we come back.
During the holiday season, we are reminded of all that we have to be grateful for. We appreciate you, our customers and friends, and are thankful to be part of such a wonderful community. Hi, I'm Tracy Meyer with Union State Bank. Please join us for our holiday open house on Thursday, December 6th at the main bank from noon to 5 p.m. for refreshments, drawings, and a chance to visit with our staff. We look forward to seeing you at Union State Bank and wish you and your families a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
As the end of 2018 approaches, Agmark LLC wants to take this opportunity to thank the area producers for their part in the success of the agricultural community. Agmark is proud to have served the grain producers in Kansas for nearly 20 years and is here to be a part of your grain marketing plans in 2019. For grain marketing information, contact them toll-free at 888-848-9979 or visit their website at agmarkllc.com. Agmark, providing long-term grain marketing solutions.
Well, 46-15 as we head to the fourth, and we'll go to a running clock as Clay Center has gone up by 31 in this ball game. So a running clock as Lady Tigers hold Rock Creek scoreless in that third period. Clay Center will have possession. Lexi Libby inbounds to Mullen. So a running clock. That's Clay Center off to a pretty good start. Rock Creek, a very young team, just 2 seniors on the roster, and they've been in foul trouble much of the night, much like Clay Center. Franson out on the wing. Cross court to Mullen. Mullen will set. She's going to fire 3. That's strong. Haley Franson trying to get that thing back in, and just can't get to it in time, so right back to Rock Creek. Again, clock will continue to run here in the den. Rock Creek at this point just looking to score. Rock Creek working the ball. Clay Center stays man-to-man. Lubers has it. Tries to get it inside to Scott, and Scott is going to pick up her 5th foul as she went after Addie Mullen. So Lainey Scott is going to come out of the game, and she is scoreless in this ball game. Senior, tough night and a tough start to the season. Coach Adam Plummer, who has not been happy with this officiating crew, will use all the time he can, and now forced to make a change, and there'll be Allie Jensen coming in. So Addie Mullen stands at the line. She is shooting 1-1. This free throw won't go, and now a lane violation on Rock Creek is, if we need to add insult to injury, is Brooklyn Gehring just in there a little quick. So Mullen gets another chance and misses again. Rebound to the Mustangs. Clay Center up 46-15. They started this game on a 10-0 run. Addie Mullen with the first 7 points of the game before Rock Creek could score, and now Rock Creek throws it away. And Clay Center has come out in this second half and done the same thing. And they've done it with 3 players in foul trouble. And Clara Edwards with 4 fouls. in this second half. She had 2 in the first half, picked up 2, and she's pretty much stayed in with them. So Mullen holds up top. Rock Creek staying man-to-man, so forcing Clay Center to work it with a running clock. Down to 5:10. Branson, skip pass, trying to get it into Aaron Hamill. That's going to go out of bounds off Rock Creek, so ball will stay with the Tigers. Mullen inbounds to Franson. Back to Mullen. Clay Center would be content to just run time off, but Rock Creek is going to make them work. There goes Mullen, driving lane, off glass, good. And now Coach Jeff Edwards wants a timeout so he can make substitution. We'll keep it right here as he's just going to take a 30. And he's going to substitute 5 for 5. So all 5 of Clay Center starters are going to come out. So Claire Edwards is going to leave with 20. Aaron Hamill with 11. Addie Mullen with 12. Haley Franson with a 3-ball in that second period. Lexi Leiby has been held scoreless in this game, but again, 12 points for Addie Mullen. 9 of those came in the first half, 7 in about the first 3 minutes of the game. And Mullen's defense was just relentless. So Maddie Craig, Zoe Ald, Taylor Maravilla, Jaden Crimmins, and Marcy Hamill now on the floor for the Tigers with 4:30 left. Again, clock running. So the only time they'll stop the clock is on a timeout. Near steal by Ald. Allie Jensen comes up with it. Evie Gill holds. Skips it to Lovers. 48-15. And these 5 Lady Tigers just on, doing just as good a job defensively. Evie Gill tries to go up and around Maddie Craig, and she does, and 1. So Evie Gill, that's the first points of this second half for Rock Creek, and they come from the 5'8" sophomore, Evie Gill. That's her first 2 points of the game. Free throw up. Strong. Rebound. Fought for. Jaden Crimmins comes out of there with it. Gets it to Craig. She'll walk it across the timeline. Down to 3:20. Maravilla holds left elbow. Now she'll back it out. Cross court, Marcy Hamill from Craig. Back to Maravilla. Get past Maddie Craig. She dribbles right in the lane. Floater, strong, rebound. Marcy Hamill. Put back from Marcy Hamill is good. Clay Center up 50-17. Lauren Gill, who scored 13 of Rock Creek's 15 points in that first half, is scoreless in this second half as she puts up an air ball and rebound by Zoe Ald. And Coach Jeff Edwards asked for substitution. Officials grant it. Anna Smith will come in for Zoe Ald. And now another, clear what we're doing here. Now they just allowed Coach Edwards to make a substitution with Anna Smith. So Zoe Ald comes out, game back underway. Maravilla driving baseline, and now she's going to get called for steps as she got caught. Good defense by Rock Creek, and Maravilla caught with 1 foot in the air. Down to 1:50. Clay Center is going to start the season 1-0. 50-17. There's a loose ball again. That's going to be picked up by Maddie Craig. Good D that time by Anna Smith. Maddie Craig over to Marvilla on the right wing. Cross court. Marcy Hamill on the left side. She'll dribble down low. Now she's caught. She's got to get rid of it. Good defense by Rock Creek. Skip pass to Anna Smith, and Anna Smith took steps. Zoe Ald's going to come back in for Maddie Craig. Maddie's had a great game. Scoreless, but she has played very, very well. Play center with 3 5-second violations in that first half, and Rock Creek throws it away down under a minute. So Clay Center is going to win, start the season 1-0. As we're down to 50 seconds. Zoe Ald has it knocked out of bounds. Coach Jeff Edwards still coaching. Telling Ald to set her feet and establish position. Marcy Hamill nearly thrown away by Marvilla. Marcy Hamill, great job just bringing that down. Now Crimmins skip pass to Anna Smith. Has it taken away by Rock Creek. Here come the Mustangs down on the other end. Brooklyn Gehring, and she goes up strong, and she's going to be fouled, and that will probably do it. I think they'll let Gehring shoot these free throws, and then that will be the game. Well, the official does have clock operator stop the clock, and Gehring hits, and that's her first point of this game. It's been a 14-3 second half. Second one on the way. Strong rebound to Clay Center, and that is going to do it, as Clay Center is going to win it 50-18. Clay Center opens up the season 1-0. They defeat Rock Creek 50-18. We'll bring you back. Look at scoring after this.
The radiology department at Clay County Medical Center offers state-of-the-art imaging services. Whether you need an MRI, CT, ultrasound, mammography, or an X-ray, our digital imaging capabilities will exceed your expectations. Our CT is equipped with low-dose software, which reduces radiation by 30 to 50%. Our highly trained staff focuses on providing the most positive patient experience possible. Call 632-2144 to schedule your next appointment. Clay County Medical Center. Our family caring for yours.
Owens Corning Insulation is a great choice for lowering energy costs and reducing outside noise levels. Hometown Lumber and Hardware offers the use of their blower with the purchase of ProCat blow-in insulation. It's quick and easy to apply, and you can blow it in as thick as needed to maximize energy efficiency. The rolled batting is also available if you'd rather install it by hand, or there's only a small space to insulate. Keep the heat in and the cold air out with Owens Corning Insulation at Hometown Lumber and Hardware in Marysville.
Well, Clay Center wins it 50-18. They start the season 1-0. They outscore Rock Creek in the second half, 16-3 to win it 50-18. Running clock in that fourth quarter for the Clay Center Lady Tigers. We'll look at scoring. Rock Creek was led by Lauren Gill. She had 13 points. All of those came in that first half. She was held scoreless in the second half. 2 apiece from Evie Gill and Olivia Lubbers, and a point from Brooklyn Gehring. For Clay Center, Claire Edwards finishes with 20, 12 from Addie Mullen, 9 of those in the first half, 7 of those points in the first 3 minutes of the game, 11 from Erin Hamill, 3 each from Haley Franson and Jaden Crimmins, and 2 from Marcy Hamill. Clay Center wins it 50-18. We're going to get you set up for Clay Center Tiger boys basketball. That's coming up. Pregame next, right here on KCLY.